Hello everyone, I'm Tokoto, and today I'm doing a LEGO Bionicle Summer 2015 set review on Mass Maker for Skull Grinder. This set is actually the biggest set for the summer, even also the year of 2015. This set number is 70795. This set is ages 8 to 14. It comes with 171 pieces. In the US, this set costs us $30. Other countries, I believe, cost us $35 or $40. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section down below. Without further ado, let's take a look at the parts that are included in this set. So here are all the parts included in this set, and we got a lot of parts here, so this may take a few minutes. I'll take a look at the mask last, but here we have all the weapons, or the sword pieces. We get 3 of the axe pieces and 1 of the swords. Those are all new pieces right there. Get 3 of the new axe pieces and 1 of the sword. You have the silver body piece, which I believe is a recolor. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, but I like it, silver looks pretty cool. Get 2 gearboxes. Got these new, let's move that. I got these two of these kind of new thorn pieces. We get them in black, pretty cool. There we go. Then we have the shield piece. Use that, and then 2 of the shield pieces, like the saw kind of piece, silver. It's pretty cool. I got these 2 pieces right here. I don't know what they're supposed to be. I know they're supposed to be on the hammer power, but I don't know what they're actually used. What they're called. We got the stud shooter right there. You can see the gray piece that's inside of it. It's 2 individual pieces. I couldn't get the piece out of it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I like getting the trans light blue. I got 4 of these. I like to call them friction joints kind of thing. Maybe these 4. We get 4 of them. If I'm wrong about that, correct me in the comments. And then we got 2 yellow gears, and then we get 5 black gears. They got all these trans light blue bone pieces, and you get 1 trans trans red/orange for Colta. Use that as his neck piece to extend his neck. See, it's the same size as those pieces right there. You got 4 of the new bone pieces. You got some technical parts right here. Also, you get 6 trans light blue studs, and then the bone pieces. These are new for this wave, and it's pretty cool. Get 4 of them. Then you got these armor pieces that go in Kimu. We've gotten this in Hero Factory. I'm not sure what side, but I know we definitely got these in Hero Factory. So they're pretty cool, kind of like a cone kind of shape. Then you got one of the Toa's armor, and they get 4 of the ragged armor pieces, jagged armor pieces. Focus. There we go. So there's this whole piece, pretty cool piece, nice mold. I got more of the limb pieces. You got joints, clear cylinder piece, and then system piece. Pretty cool. And you got all the armor pieces here. You got 5 of the translucent red/orange, and I believe in size. What size? Say size 4. Yeah, size 4. It's right there. That's not picking up, but it says so. You get 5 in trans red/orange. Get 2 in gold. And the rest of them are in size 1 or. Oh yeah, you do get another one of size 4 in trans light blue. And they get size 1 armor pieces. I think that's what sizes they are. You got a whole bunch of Technic parts. A lot of Technic parts. I got gears, ball joints, pins, axles. 2 of the eye socks. The lime green translucent one is for Kimu, which I don't really need to show. But this is a new recolor for the piece. It trans red/orange. It's pretty cool. You get 2 of the heads, obviously. Oh, excuse me. And we have you get trans red/orange hands. Got feet. These are not new, but pretty cool pieces. And they got Akima's feet. Ribcage piece. This is actually my favorite color we have in this piece, just because red's my favorite color. But it's trans red/orange, so it's pretty cool. Nice mold. And finally, second to last, We have Skull Grinder's chest printing, and I think this is the best out of all the Skull villains. I don't know, I just like it the most, and you put it under light, it shines under whichever your other chest piece does, but this one is just, the design of it's really cool, and it's in gunmetal gray. Alright, so I'll show the mask. I won't show the mask creation that much because, I'll be doing that in a few minutes. But here is Skull Grinder's mask. This is the same exact mask as Skull Warrior, but just in silver. Just really kind of a Terminator look to it. Many people would say, I've heard. There's the inside of it. You can see it's 2014 Lego in there. Just put it, yeah, you guys can kind of see it. But yeah, it's a nice little mask. Very small. When I got it, I was like, yeesh. Yeah, it is pretty small. But here we have Akimu's protector mask. I really like this mask. It's my favorite, color for the protector mask. Gold and trans light blue. It's really cool. Here's the inside of it. And I won't really show the mask creation. I'm gonna show this, but yeah, there's the mask creation. I'm about to show in a second anyway. So, yeah, that's basically it for all the parts. Now let's take a look at the mask creation. So here's the mask of creation. This set does come with the mask creation does come with a stand, so it's pretty cool that we get that. We have not gotten a stand for any other mask. And I think that that's how another mask also. And I think this mask deserves to have the stand. So thank you, Lego, for doing that. But it's it's a decent build of a stand. There's kind of a problem with this. You see, you have the mask like between a pinhole and then an axle hole. You see the axle holes filled with the red axle, but when you have it on where the pinhole is supposed to be, if I'm saying that correctly, the mask creation goes down. And I will show you guys the mask creation in a second. I just want to point this out. But I do have a trick. Oh, and yes, this does come off easily. But I do have a trick. If you just take this off, and you get like a normal black pin like this, put it right in here, like that. Let's get this, there we go. And there we go. Now, I'll show you guys. Put the mask creation on. Would you look at that? It's stiff. Doesn't wobble around, it stays right in there. So that's just a tip for you guys if you want to have your mask creation stand built better. As I don't keep the mask stand like this, as I built this up for this review. But yeah, that's pretty much it for mask stand. Now let's take a look at the mask of creation, and holy moly, this is probably the best. This is the best mask in my opinion that came out this year. I think a lot of people will agree with me. Just the detail in this mask is absolutely incredible. It's probably one of my all-time favorite, any kind of Lego Bionicle mask, because the crown kind of look to it, the design of it, it's just incredible. Even the symbols on it, it's an amazing mask. I just absolutely love it. And when I first got it, I was absolutely amazed by how the molding of this was. And it's a pretty decent sized mask, and there's the inside of it. But this mask is just, oh my gosh. Words cannot describe. I mean, it's amazing. It is. I'm gonna show it on, Mask Maker. Not Mask. Akimu, I will show on Skull Grinder in a little bit. But I just want to show you guys just a pretty much good look at the mask creation. Put it back on its stand. I'm just gonna keep the pin in there for now. But yeah, that's basically it for the mask creation. Now let's take a look at Akimu, the Mask Maker. Alrighty, so here is Akimu, the Mask Maker. Now guys, I'm sorry the camera's, kind of all the way back, pushed all the way back like I did the Skull Scorpio review. It's because Akimu's a small figure and I can't get him in a good angle to, show him off. But it's the only angle I can really get him a good angle at, so I apologize. So, first things first, posability wise, Akimu has 360 degrees in both of his feet. He has 360 degrees in his lower legs and upper legs also. He has 360 degrees in his hands. His lower arms, he has 360 degrees. His upper arm has 360 degrees. I didn't mean lower hand. Lower arm, upper arm, 360 degrees. You can move the head 360 degrees, but the eye socket does get in the way sometimes since the gearbox is raised all the way up, which is kind of a problem with this figure. It's basically for posability. Color scheme wise, Akimu sticks to basically two colors. which is gold and trans blue slash trans light blue. I'll take a trans red slash orange, but he has none of that, obviously. So we'll take a look at Akimu's weapons. Akimu has this shield, which is a nice design. You know, you can use this for any other protector also, so this is pretty cool. There's a gear that you can spin. If you spin it, the whole shield will spin, and it looks pretty cool, like a chainsaw kind of thing. I think it looks really cool. Even the design of the shield is very interesting. It uses the piece that was used in Lego Disney Princesses, I believe, and the Ninjago. It was definitely used in Ninjago Battle for Ninjago series. I have that set. And I like how the saw piece is used for a shield. It's pretty cool. So that's pretty much it for Akimu's shield. Now let's take a look at Akimu's hammer power. This is a pretty cool build, I do think so. You know, every protector has a stud shooter, and this is Akimu's stud shooter, which is on his hammer. Now I do like how the studs are clear, and it just looks like a ordinary hammer, but it's really like a gun hammer kind of thing, which I think is pretty cool. Somewhat, it's like a new 2016s. So how you shoot studs is that you turn the back of the hammer power and all the studs shoot out. That's basically it. I'm not going to shoot them because they get everywhere. We'll go on to the iSock feature. So since Akimu's gearbox suffers the same problem as the Lewa 2015, having the gearbox raised all the way up to his back of his iSock, he has the same problem because he's the only protector that has a gearbox, and you can't bring it down at all because the figure itself. I mean, you can modify with Lewa, but this is just. Now you could just switch out gear. You can just make a customized back for him and not add a gearbox. But alright, I go on to the iSock. So what you have to do is hit the back of the iSock. You don't have to hit too hard, just gently. If you really want to hit hard, if you really want to make it fly off, hit the back of it, and the mask flies right off. And how that works as well, we have the axle, a red axle that keeps the iSock in, and when you hit the back of the iSock hits up on top of the mask, making the mask fly right off. There's a good look at the face. Nothing new with it. It's the same generic one we have for the Toa and protectors. Actually, might as well show you guys Akimu with the Mask of Creation on. And this mask is pretty cool. I like it. It's a cool addition. So here is Akimu with a Mask of Creation. Now, since there's not a lot like covering out the back, the iSock, when it's under light, his eyes brighten up, and it looks absolutely amazing. And it does look pretty good on Akimu. Now, since he does any other part a very detailed part of him, it kind of looks kind of weird because the mask creation is very detailed. But it looks pretty cool. And last but not least, I'll show you guys the gearbox. Now, basically, what you do is turn the yellow knob on his back, or yellow gear, and his right arm can move. Sometimes his arm piece gets in the way, which kind of stinks, but he's getting the right position. Akimu can smack the crap out of people with this hammer. It works very well. Now I only told the one arm, with Pahatu, Pahatu, Gali, Kapaka, all the other, those three Toa, and Akimu has the same thing too, because he doesn't really need to have gearbox on his side where he has the shield. So that's basically it for Akimu. Now let's take a look at Kolta, the Skull Grinder. So here is Kolta, the Skull Grinder. First things first, posability. Posability wise, Skull Grinder has 360 degrees in his feet, and lower leg he has 360 degrees, and his upper leg has 360 degrees also. In his hand he has 360 degrees. In his lower arm, you can move it forward or back, or tilt it side to side. You can move his entire arm 360 degrees. You can move his head 360 degrees. And plus, he has extra posability in his neck, if you see right there. So he can move his neck around a lot, like in a lot of different poses. You also can, if this counts as posability, you can move his horns, which are pretty cool pieces, I do admit that. So basically it for posability. Color scheme wise, Kolta sticks to 3 colors, which is gunmetal gray, trans red slash orange, I said blue, which trans red slash orange is his main color for himself, and it also has silver, which he has for his mask and his mask staff stealer. speaking of the Mask Staff Stealer, I might as well show you guys the features. Let me get the Akima's weapons off of him so I can show you what Kolta can do with his weapons. So, I'm just going to take his weapons off of him because it's going to be a struggle. Yeah, you see when I took the weapons off. Yeah, he does have a problem with his hands, which I will talk about in a few minutes. So, here we have the sword that Kolta has with him. Now, pretty much every Skull villain has one except Skull Basher and Skull Scorpio, as they use the axe pieces. Skull Slicer and Skull Warrior use these pieces. And this is his sword piece. Now what you do with this is that you have this part of the sword that you're supposed to put behind, the Toa's mask or a protector's mask. And all you have to do is pull back. Oh, good. There we go. And the mask comes right off. Kind of like the eye sock feature, but it's basically instead of just in the back of the eye sock, you're just taking it off, stealing the mask. And speaking of stealing mask, we have Kolta's Mask Staff Stealer, and this thing is pretty big. It reminds me of a mace, kind of. But you actually, I'll show you actually how to do the feature, but not feature, but this. So I do is gonna see if you can just get a good spot where you can just pull out the mask right from the hero's face. Yeah, this is called his Mask Staff Stealer, so you can use it to steal a mask. Alright, so I think I'm gonna pull back. It's kinda like the same thing with the sword, but all I do, it's a much bigger thing. So I pull back and the mask comes right off. Now, I have tried to put the mask, protector mask in here before. It kinda works, but it doesn't look, it looks weird. So I figured out a way. Tried to do mask creation. I figured out a way to do it. All you have to do is that you put these two sides of mask creation. Oh, it's very blurry. Here we just see if I'll focus. There you go. So what you do is put this part of the mask creation, two horns, right behind here. Make sure it's set up there, right behind it. May take a couple tries. Never really this been hard for me. Oh, there we go. So sometimes I have, when I have Kolta on shelf, I maybe just put the mask creation on there sometimes if you want to do it like that. It's pretty cool, kind of like what Kolta was doing with the mask creation, holding it up in the animations. So yeah, just want to show you guys that. So that's basically it for Kolta's weapons. Yeah, so I'll just move Akimu off this side. I will show what he looks like in mask creation in just a little bit. Yeah, Kolta's gearbox is very meh. Now, what I mean by that is that since Kolta has such a heavy weapon, it's really hard for him to wish it around. Now, since it's heavy, if I just leave it like this, no, if it doesn't stay there, no, it flails right down. Sometimes the character falls on his back. Now, with the sword, he's fine, but with this Mask Staff Stealer, it just brings him down. But yeah, the gearbox, all I have to do is turn the back of the knob, and he can move both of his arms. Yeah, it's actually a different kind of gearbox build, like these two cylinder pieces on the side, which I do like. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's basically it for Kolta's gearbox. I just want to point that out about the loose kind of gears. Not really loose, but I'll show you guys the eye stock feature. Get a good shade of light. There we go. Okay, so the gearbox, not gearbox, the eye stock. What I do is hit the back of the eye stock, not too hard, obviously, and then it's like gently. If you really want to hit it far, if you really want to hit it far, then I will hit it hard. What you do, hit the back of the mask, eye stock, and bam, it comes right off. How that works? Well, you see there's an axle right through his that keeps the eye sock in, and once he hit the back of the eye sock hits up the top of the mask, making the mask fly right off and flail everywhere. If you guys get what I mean. So yeah, I might as well show you guys Kolta with the mask creation on. And I'll say this, it looks pretty cool. Seeing his red eyes beat out like that, that looks really cool in my opinion. So yeah, that's basically it for Colta. Now I'll get on to my final thoughts of this review, or my final thoughts of this set, and end off this review. So overall, I think this is an awesome set. This is hands down my favorite set that came out for Bionicle 2015. You know, it's the biggest set also. You know, you get, it's awesome. It's like a battle pack pretty much. You get one villain and then one hero, and they're both two, you know, awesome characters. I think. You know, you get Kimu the Mask Maker, who I didn't think we'll get in the first year of Bionicle Generation 2. Is, you know, how Matanui was, we didn't get him until like the end of Bionicle. He's you know, Kimu seems like that kind of elderly leader. And plus we get like the awesome mask creation that, you know, even with the stand, that's awesome. In Cult it's like a $20, you know, Toa set kind of thing. And then you have a Kimu who's like a $10 protector. But yeah, I mean, it's a great set. I mean, there's some flaws with Cult and Kimu, but it's, you know, it's minor, not too much. I mean, they had great builds, and I think their designs are really awesome too. And plus, mask creation is just, it's just awesome, and that's what makes this set is amazing also. And plus, both the figures look awesome with the mask creation on. This set is just flat out awesome. I got set saying awesome, but that's pretty much it for a set review. Overall, I'll give this set, I got 10 out of 10 because mask creation and the figures, I think they're really well designed also. But yeah, 10 out of 10. That's pretty much it for a set review. If you guys enjoyed this video, give a thumbs up, give a thumbs down. It's your decision. If I missed anything, tell me in the comment section down below. If you guys have any questions for me, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Once again, I'm Tokoto, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.